traits I would want because they were like, oh yeah, I've seen your stuff, but I didn't know you like did brand deals.
I would do
Okay,
that too if I
guys,
was in your position
welcome
with this
to
particular setup.
another session
But
of messing
with the way
around with
Crayo
AI
works,
tools.
I don't
So
want to go hunting for
today
an
I'm
acquisition.
gonna be using Grok, and I'm going to be trying to generate some images, and I'm basically gonna try to use ChatGPT to guide me on these prompts, and then we'll see how it goes from there really.
Like yesterday,
Um,
people have an idea.
so yeah, I'm listening to a
drop it on
podcast
ads,
at the moment
they
as
make
well,
5 more back in
so
revenue.
that'll be playing in the
because of the
background.
customers. Now it's worth.
And it's really just about trying to make that one
You know?
video that will
And then they
go
raise it enough, and then
viral,
those investors
hopefully.
are fine. It's like a pyramid scheme.
Exactly. Then you go again. It's more like Ponzi, but
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
but you
Let's
know what I'm
see
trying to
what-
say? Like so there's like this whole thing about it.
So you built $1 million or
Well, the
$50
good
million.
thing about Grok is that Grok actually, with every animation that it produces, it always seems to put some music in the background for you as well, which is great. Um, let's see some of the creations. So here you can see when you go into Grok, good thing about it is it will tell you the prompt that it's used to generate that particular image. So here we have a sleek white paper origami bunny with intricate creases hops playfully against a vivid green screen, captured from a low angle perspective to emphasize its dynamic motion, the camera tracking its every move to keep the action in. So I think this clip was meant to probably be a bit more dynamic. So here we've got the image that it was generated, and then the interface of Grok is nicer in terms of this little button on the right here, where it just tells you to kind of make the video as well, which is cool. So yeah, I'm just going to check out anything that I like and see if I can try to recreate it. So here, it's got rain falling in the background, but there's actually no rain falling.
You're just going cash a day and all sort of stuff. Whereas like with Crayo, like you have no choice but to build a great product.
So here we have a beautiful
even
Asian woman with neon blue light tattoos and a dark black hair with subtle blue highlights portrayed in a wide-angle composition, standing in a misty futuristic urban alley with a soft neon reflections on white pavement. So it's achieved that. It's given her neon tattoos as well, actually. So here, the thing about Grok, so it's pretty cool, you know, the way that it, you know, if you see something that you like on Grok here, on their homepage, then you could try to recreate something similar. I wonder if the prompts would work if I was to recreate it. What's it sound like here?
You know? So that whole time they didn't have to go anywhere else other than
It'd be nice if it could give the sipping sound here.
Now,
So this one, man drinking coffee in neon high-tech cyberpunk coffee shop interior animation style. So the prompts are quite broad, and then Grok just goes and does its thing. This is pretty neat. I think this is pretty neat. Let's see this one. We have here. Thank you, mate. Thanks for that. Routes 2010. Thank you for that. Trying to build my channel up for many years. Just enjoying the AI technology at the moment. I think we need to learn to have a bit of fun and not be too serious about it. So here we have, you see this
because I have the two best products in the province. You know what I'm saying? I have the best course. I have the
what's
best.
this? So here. Be nice, you could put some old music onto that. That would pretty look good. That's not pretty bad. The hands are always a problem, aren't they, with AI? See here, her hands have come out okay. His hands, especially when it's in like the kind of more shadier areas, I've noticed that. And then the folding and the creases of clothes. Bit of rubbing up going on here, you know. So here is a vintage grainy film of a young man and a young woman embracing on a crowded dance floor, surrounded by dancing people. Dramatic high contrast lighting, deep shadow, cinematic, glamorous club vibe. So Grok also gives you similar generations. So if we were to click on something like this, these would be photos, I'm guessing. And so you get into the more modern ones. So this is basically on Grok's homepage, and people forget, that you can see the prompts that have been used to generate. And I think one of the things about prompting is that you're going to need to just look at how, the language is being used to prompt. It's amazing because obviously AI does fill in a lot of gaps, but as we move into like a very kind of AI saturated world where prompting, I think the language of prompting is going to be very, very, like, it's going to be such a skill that we're going to need to acquire, in order to make our creations as, precise as possible. I mean, it is amazing to me that you could actually imagine something in your head and then try to, in your first iteration, have something that's similar and slowly whittle it down to what you actually want. Um, Here we've got pretty cool. What is that anyway? A couple of men are walking up and down the ship's side, trying to get the ship cargo ready. The ship is still. Smoke slowly and steadily coming out of the chimney. A boy is selling newspaper. Is there a boy selling newspaper? Well, here's a little boy down there. I think he's selling newspaper. I mean, that prompt is too vague. It's such a vague prompt. And obviously these are creations by other people. Let's see what this is. You look very disappointed. The woman lowers down her arc and bow, frustrated. The horse is looking at her chewing. A Celtic Arnon Grok does this. A Celtic-inspired red-haired princess aiming a bow in a mossy glen. Freckles dotting her nose. Can't really see, it's not that close. Her intricately embroidered cloak billowing behind her, with a dappled grey wild horse grazing in the distance, captured from a low angle perspective, emphasizing her poised stance. You see when the bow goes past the horse, kind of interrupts it. That horse kind of looks like it's in 3D, it's like kind of coming out. Because the girl goes out of focus and then the horse comes into sharper focus. Anime Hispanic man with short wavy hair wearing a bright yellow baseball cap tilted to one side, his glimmering eyes filled with awe in a close-up of his upper body, entranced by the calm lakeside view at night under a canopy of sparkling stars with a moody atmosphere. Okay, let's try and create something. So what I'm going to try to do today is focus on cinematic language, okay? So things like wide shot and certain styles of film like neo-noir films or kind of vintage films that have a kind of soft golden lighting. So I'm going to try to create something here and be as detailed as I can with my prompts here, okay? So I am going to think of, let me see, I wanted to do something like Jaws today. You know the film Jaws? So I'm going into ChatGPT now and saying, give me a detailed cinematic prompt that recreates a similar scene from the film Jaws, okay, by Steven Spielberg, isn't it? So, say perfect choice. Jaws is a masterclass in cinematic tension and visual storytelling. Spielberg built suspense through framing, camera angles, sound pacing, not just the shot. Let's build a detailed cinematic prompt that captures the feel and the technique of that film, not just the subject matter. So here's the prompt, okay? Cinematic prompt inspired by Jaws, Steven Spielberg style. A tensed wide shot of a small coastal town beach. Actually, what I'll do, guys, I'll paste it for you here. Let's see. So let's go to create something. I'm gonna put this. A tense wide shot of a small coastal town beach in the late. Let me just zoom in here. Coastal town beach in the late 1970s. So here we have the era. Okay, so you're telling the AI this is the era it's coming from. Sunlight glimmering off calm waves. Children play near the shorelines while distant swimmers drift further out to sea. Here we see it's packing the detail. The camera tracks slowly forward from the shallow water level, half submerged, giving a predator's eye perspective beneath the surface. Rippling sunlight filters through the murky blue-green water. Silhouettes of kicking legs distort above. Sudden low-angle underwater shot. Bubbles rising. Muffled ambient sounds of the ocean grow darker and more ominous. Cut to a close of a woman's face, carefree laughing, turning to panic as something brushes her leg. The water churns violently. Camera whip pans to splashing arms. Then hard cut to a still empty ocean. Waves rolling gently as screams echo faintly in the distance. Natural lighting. 35mm film grain, okay? Now this is the stuff that you need to start learning, okay? If you're not familiar with cinematic language, 35mm film grain, Spielberg style composition with tension, building, framing and shallow depth of field. Okay, I think this is too much for Grok to handle, but because there's too much action for like an 8-second video, okay? Let's see. Let's see what it does with this. It'd be interesting to see what kind of it tends so much. Okay, so it said period authentically wooden paneled wagons, transistor discorders. So it's going into detail, period authenticity, color palette, bottle green caustics. So it's kind of sorting its own prompt out with these key details. So it's got Grok Expert, Grok Fast, Grok thing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is go to so you've got to use different tools, you know. So now here I'm going to meta. Let's see what Meta does, because I've been impressed with some of the stuff that Meta's been coming out with recently.
The best course. I have the best clipping software, and I'm now gonna have the best payout program.
Quick one. If you guys didn't know, clipping is one of the best ways to make your first $10,000 online, and Musa is statistically the best in the game. And since him and I are good friends, he's letting some of you guys work directly with his team to build a digital asset that makes you $300 a day. You can apply simply by hitting the first link in the description or going to start.aiclipping.io/attention-assets. Musa's done tens of billions of views with his clips alone, so working with him is a no-brainer in my opinion. But anyway, guys, back to the podcast. You no longer have an agency? Or like you still have some agency clients?
No, so all of last year, I took a step back from the agency. I said, my COO is going to handle everything. Don't talk to me. Talk to him. He will handle it all. And I thought, if I start training clients,
First
I
attempt?
just don't care. Like, I'm making money everywhere else. Like, I don't care. All of 2024, we didn't lose a single client.
Wow.
No one lost. No one left. I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. It did $120,000 in revenue every single month, $70,000 in profit.
And that business is still running?
We churned like 3 clients this year. And the reason I couldn't sell the agency is because we didn't develop any way to acquire clients. And I said, I'm done working on this business. I don't want to figure out a way to acquire clients. I'm not going to fucking like shut it down because I'm providing a good service and it doesn't need me to fulfill it. But this year, like, clients hit me up and they're like, yo, where you been? And I was like, you've been getting a good service, right? And he goes, they're like, yeah, but like, I want you involved and like, they're looking for me because they're all acquired through my
So
personal.
now I'm going to try and do this.
And so
Where
they're
I'm
like,
going
I
to
want your expertise in this.
have a shark attacking a small fishing
Yeah,
boat.
so anyway,
Okay,
couple
as
clients
a
now.
wide shot. And let's see what it does with this one.
Right now, we're operating at this. I don't really look at it too much. But we do
What I'm
service and
confused
clients.
about though is like, you have 4 million users on Crayo, roughly?
Yeah, I said 4 million probably. We definitely have 3.5 million.
Okay.
I'm just saying since I last checked.
And then how many like people are customers of your info product?
I don't know.
Like less than 100,000?
What, like total?
Yeah.
I would probably say more. Like how many people have paid? No, definitely more than 100,000. But like,
I'm confused why. So you sell Crayo, but like, does Crayo ever push your info offer?
no,
No.
that wouldn't be like, that wouldn't put it in a good sellable position. The objective is to detach the two as much as possible.
So it's like a congruency in your personal brand, but not
It was
in the
good.
products itself.
Yeah, it was good for now to like intertwine the two, to like get it to making its first like.
Okay, so this is the shark that it's produced. Let's attempt one by it. Check out the other one. What's missing is the actual fishing boat itself. It's coming out of the fishing boat, but it's so we need to refine this prompt a little. Let's see. So next I'm going to adapt the prompt to have the jaws of the shark biting through the boat, okay? Let's see what it comes up with here. And the thing with Meta is that you can carry on. Like once you produce an image, it can actually like. One of the things about the AI is that if you're trying to create a story, sometimes using these single kind of frames, and if you haven't got the money for the big packages and stuff, doing these single frames to build a story for us cheap folk here. And Meta is pretty good with that. I did a video the other day, and normally what I do is I try and look for trending sounds, and I think that video did well. It got about nearly 2,000 views, and basically I generated all the photos of a single woman, and then did this Halloween makeup kind of viral video that you might have seen, the Halloween makeup kind of viral videos, and but yeah, so it's refusing to have it biting through the bolt. I think that might be to do with like the policy really of Meta. It's interesting. Okay, next. Okay, so these prompts didn't come out too well. And I think Meta is just refusing to engage with the whole idea of the shark biting through the boat, and I don't know why it's doing that. It wouldn't do it certainly for people. So these tools are still, they're becoming more and more regulated, right? I mean, then you can try and do the old jailbreaking, but they're cracking down on the jailbreaking too. To jailbreak some of these AI tools now is becoming quite crazy. So I'm going to try another one, okay? So this is a branding one. A cinematic wide shot of a bustling urban street at night, illuminated by neon signs, car headlights, and wet reflections on asphalt. Flux glowing softly with cool blue and white light. The camera glides slowly forward through the crowd, capturing commuters rushing past. Okay. Okay, we can see this, a couple of iterations here. That might work. Oh, it's totally failed in the writing there. See this one. Nope. This one. Okay.
I think it's first like 10 million, let's say. But now it's time to like start bringing it.
Let's see.
How do you find
That
good
one's not
product
too bad.
market fit with an info offer? Or how do you find good product market fit with a SaaS?
I think just read $100 million offers by Alex Hormozy. Like in there, it goes over some really core principles, like just very, very foundational to the book. But like they really are foundational to like every entrepreneur's journey, and it really is stuff like understanding Hormozy's concept of a grand slam offer, right? Which is essentially just like an offer, as he puts in his words, an offer so good it makes smart people sound dumb for saying no, you know? So stuff like that, you know, because Crayo what really was a no-brainer. Like, what's the alternative? Like think about how much friction is involved with starting an Adobe account and getting Premiere Pro and then paying $20 a month. Then Adobe's cancellation thing is like, you pay $20 a month for the whole year, and if you try and cancel, then you have to pay everything up front, and then like then you open up Premiere Pro and it's like this massive fucking like dashboard and it's like
Do you even download Crayo?
just go to the website. You know,
Do
so
you think
like
that's some of the sauce with it?
yeah, definitely.
That's interesting.
Like online video editor, AI SaaS, like do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you don't have to.
Is there a free version or is it just trial?
You can use it, and then when you go to export, you just sign up.
Oh, kind of like CapCut. CapCut does it with the features, which is really interesting.
Yeah, they really be leeching off them features, but that's just ByteDance.
Okay, so what offer would you make for this podcast?
Takes a lot of thought, bro.
Yeah, I
Could
can
take a
imagine.
lot of thought, but ultimately you gotta think about like customers, the demographic, the positioning, the angle. Like there's a lot that goes into making like a grand slam offer. But once you have that offer down, everything rolls in from there pretty nicely.
I feel like a podcast clip offer would be pretty good. Do you have that in your course?
Yeah, like I have a section for it, but it's not like a primary focus. But
I think like how to make money on TikTok Shop, clipping faceless content is interesting.
I think I know a pretty good offer for you, but we can talk about it off camera. It's not something.
Yeah. Oh no, I just meant that as like a general for someone. I like to like give people ideas. How about a SaaS? You have any SaaS ideas that you haven't built out? Or you just, I know you're so focused.
I'm just focused on dominating the clipping space, and I've done everything like perfectly up until like now. Like it's just executing on content rules.
At what point did you realize clipping was going to be bigger than Facebook ads?
When I like made a fucking $1 million for my bedroom, and so I was just like forefront of clipping, and that was it. And I'm like, damn, like this shit real.
Wait, so why do you run Facebook ads for Crayo then?
It's consistent, like a bit more consistent. Like the only organic distribution we currently have up until like this month was just my Instagram. So on my TikTok, that was it. So
And Daniel as well, right?
Yeah, Daniel's YouTube videos as well. Up until like now, when I've like developed a distribution system, we built a cold traffic funnel and all this other stuff. Up until now, like it's just been IG. So right now we're using Facebook to like just keep growth consistent. Because the last thing I want to do is let it drop. And then yeah.
Do you target your followers?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Of course, yeah. It gets hits as a byproduct. Like when I'm running ads for info, the creatives have Crayo in there.
When you're running ads for info, the creatives have Crayo in them.
Yeah. Like the videos say, go to Crayo.ai.
Interesting. What advice do you have for Facebook ads in general? Because it's something I don't really understand.
I'm not an ad manager, bro. I'm not a media buyer.
How much do you spend on Facebook ads every day?
During my peak, 20K a day, but like.
Is that like the main driver of Crayo, or has it mostly been like your organic funnel?
No, it's mostly been organic. We haven't even really ran ads like that for Crayo. That was more for info, but.
You paid Mr. Beast $50K for a phone call.
Yeah.
Was that actually Mr. Beast?
No, bro, it was AI. You know, he actually commented on that video.
Yeah? What did he say?
He was like, why the fuck do you make like this fake version of me? Da, da, da. And it's funny because I say in the video, like, I've been using AI to make X amount of money, da, 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 just like the beginning of this video. And like, no one, I don't know, no one clocked it for some reason.
Bro, it's so believable, honestly. I could tell by the script that you'd given the AI that it wasn't him.
Well, yeah, because I said, yeah, Mosa, you're the best at clipping. Like, of course it's fucking not Mr. Beast.
But it sounds like something someone would say, honestly. Crazy.
But yeah, that took me like 2 hours probably to really, because like it's one thing to get like a fake Mr. Beast and you type in the script and you get them to say it, and that's one thing. But it's another thing to like get the tonality correct, and because you know like the intro, like the beginning of that bit where we're talking is super believable. Where it's like, hey Musa, just working on a couple of things. Like whenever you put it through an AI and you just type it, or like I don't know, AI just doesn't get it right. What I had to do was I had to talk myself, not only like in his accent, because I can't talk in a British accent, then it turns it American. So I would talk in an American accent, right? In his accent, in the tonality that I think matched his, and also in one that matches the face of the conversation, and then switch it to his voice, make it sound like him.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was really
What was the first line he said in the video?
Yeah, it was like, hello, Musa.
So how did you say it with the American accent?
I was saying it in an American accent, not in his American accent, but with his tonality and like how he pronounces his words, his mannerisms.
You know what's so funny? I tried to
I was looking for new businesses to start, and I was thinking about AI rap, because I'm actually pretty good at writing rap lyrics. It's a weird fact about me. And I realized with the models that you had to like sound like the people. So like I was like trying to do like DaBaby or like Kendrick Lamar or like Central C, and I would have to like do the thing that you're talking about with the tonality to make it sound right. That's really what software did you use for that? Obviously Crayo.
Yeah, great. Yeah. What other software is that?
Definitely not Descript or something like that. 11 Labs. Yeah, your co-founder is Daniel Bitton, an 18-year-old who is extremely talented. How do you find friends who will make you rich?
You have to have enough self-discipline to develop enough conviction in your ability to filter people, right? So if you don't trust yourself, then you're not going to trust your ability to filter out bad people, right? Like, it doesn't take me long to realize, like, yeah, I don't want to be around this guy. Like, I don't like him. I think he's a fraud. Like, I think he's a liar. I think he's this. I think he's that. It doesn't take me long to do that. But the reason it doesn't take me long to do that is because I trust my ability to find those people and weed them out. You know, that comes from like my upbringing of self-discipline. Like, you know how it is, bro. No drink, no smoke, virgin, on the grind. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing that like my whole life. So, my ability to stay disciplined and be a man of my word to myself, right? It contributes to my ability to trust myself, and in that process, trust myself to find out the people who do me wrong, people who are lying to me, so on, until you find like your good group of people.
Yeah, you seem very observant of people, and I think maybe that's why I thought you were so intelligent off the jump. Like we would be with a group of people or just around people, and I could tell you like observing, seeing like little things. Like, have you had bad experiences in the past, or were you like a quiet kid in school?
I mean, yeah, bro, like it's part of the journey, especially so young, like you're learning all the time. So, of course, I've had like fuck ups where I trusted the wrong people and all this other stuff, and it just teaches you the lesson of like being more observant. Like, don't take red flags as something light. Like, pick them up, and weed them out. And
What are some red flags in a business partner or a co-founder, or maybe like how do you know if someone's a scammer?
for me, it's like persistent little lies. Like it's inconsistencies. A lot of it is inconsistencies. Like when if I was to tell you one thing and then tell him one thing and then him one thing and then him one thing and we're all talking about the same thing, but the number keeps changing even like a little bit, or like the story keeps changing a little bit, or like you saw what happened in real life, you didn't interpret it that way, but that's how they did. Like, and it just doesn't seem. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you can feel it. Like you can see it, you can feel it, and stuff like that. Even needs to be like tackled head on, and you have that uncomfortable conversation and you address it, or you can just like leave it and just not talk to that person and weed them out.
So how did you know Daniel was like legit?
I like his brutal honesty, and I also like his ability to tackle difficult situations head on. Because a lot of people don't want to have those conversations. I'm definitely one of those people that like, if I see some shit, I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna speak my mind. Obviously when appropriate and stuff like that. There's a time and a place. But yeah, I think that's what I like about him. There's not a lot of this like soft, stay away from the conflict type of thing. Like, we got a problem, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's handle it. Whereas like, definitely feel like that's not a very big thing in America personally.
Very true.
Definitely not.
It's
LA
not
thing.
the UK, is it? Or are UK people blunt?
Bro,
Yeah.
have you ever been to the UK?
No, I'm supposed to go.
Bro,
Pretty soon.
I think UK is like the most blunt place.
Yeah.
Like people, bro, here, like they'll say like, oh, like I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Like in the UK, it's like move. Like I don't want to sit next to you. Like leave me alone. That type of thing. Like it's very head on. Like bro, like here, if you're walking around, you smile, you'll get some smiles back. UK, like they either just don't look back at you, or if they do, like you just get that cold stare. It's like that. It's like that type of thing. But it's better that way. I think. Like people just being more real with each other. It might not be as like sunshine and rainbows, but
It's more protective of your energy. You have to be protective of the self. So serve yourself and then eventually serve others. It's like the hole you can't pour from the glass that's half empty. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just give people the rundown of this. You're a 22-year-old millionaire. Sorry, 22-year-old multimillionaire. Why don't you party or drink?
Just not my scene. Bro, those things are subjective. People forget about it, right? Same with like watches and cars. Like, those things are subjective. You know, like they appeal to.
You're not wearing a watch, are you?
No, I'm not. Oh. They appeal to people who like those things. I just don't like those things. I don't see the benefit. And even like from like the perspective of having a fun time, I don't think it's a fun time. So I just don't go or do it, you know? And one of my friends was having this discussion. There's like 3 ways to learn things, right? You either see it, you hear it, or you do it. So just because I haven't drank doesn't mean I have to drink to figure out it's not a good time. You know, like I learned that from observation. Same with stuff like sleeping around. Same with stuff like going to the club. Like, I don't have to go to a club, right, with a massive room, speakers going crazy, with drunk people going around everywhere, like, to know that, okay, I probably don't like that. You know what I'm trying to say? I can just not like it, and I don't like the look of it, you know? And that's enough for me. Then I have fun doing other shit, and that might not be fun to people who go to the club, but for me it's enough, and that's how I want to live my life, you know? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're all trying to do. Like, I don't want to buy